Yeah, I had to spit there for a moment. But I just heard it's kind of funny. I mean, it's a little story that I have to share. I mean, some of you might have already clicked off just to click off to be nice, but this is a story I just watched on a one of the farm channels, and it really cracked me up, and it was really good. Some of the mini stories, I mean, after so long, what? I'm 40 something, 40. How old am I? 45? 40, oh, 40, I think 46. Anyway, holy hell. Anyway, I'm in my mid 40s anyway. But me and Paul, we were watching one of the farming channels, and this old feller, he always cracked me up. I used to watch him a lot. Dad's always watched him. He was I'm not gonna name any names, but he was an old feller from Louisiana. He had a cooking show on one of the channels on TV, and occasionally he would tell a story as he was cooking. And today, he was cooking fried oysters and sweet potatoes. Which, if you know me, fried oysters, I'll eat them and keep eating them. Sweet potatoes, that shit is not me. Sweet potatoes are bleh, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, during the process of, if you ever seen this guy, this old feller, he always has his wine, and he usually tells a story. And this one was especially good, I guess. Hang on a second, let me turn the music down. I don't want to interfere with this little deal here because it really was funny. Me and Dad both. If I'd had the knowledge of knowing, I would have turned the camera on and had me and Dad both because we both laughed and laughed. Anyway, the story. He proceeded to tell about two boys around the area where he lived. It'd be Louisiana, somewhere. I don't know exactly where. One boy, 8 years old, another boy, 10 years old. These two boys were nothing but trouble. They constantly got into everything and anything. If anything went wrong in the neighborhood or the town, they were to blame. And, 100% of the time, evidently, they did it. Their mom and dad had done most everything they could do to try and straighten them out, but for whatever reason, he said they were both just bad. And, some of us through the years we've met people like this. What's wrong, buddy? What's wrong? Well, sorry, I've got to, yeah, I gotta get a little Teddy Levins. What's wrong, buddies? Oh, what's wrong? You okay? Hmm? Yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah, you're a good buddy. Sorry. When you have a puppy like this little varmint, you just have to love him. Yeah, you just have to love him. So he's my little buddy. You want to tell everybody hello? Say hello. Hello. We're not going to talk. I don't know. Say hello. Hello. Come on. Say hello. Yeah, okay, he's not going to say hello. But anyway, when you got a little varmint like this, that he just has to have his lovin's every now and then. Yeah, he has to have lovin's. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. Are you a good boy? Hmm? Yeah, you're a good boy. Anyway, I'll give Teddy lovin's while I'm telling the rest of the story. Anyway, got a 8-year-old boy, a 10-year-old boy. They're nothing but bad. They wreak havoc upon the little town, wherever. I reckon in the story he was telling, it might have been in Louisiana. It may have been a town nearest any of us. They, after a while, after so much chaos, there was one old woman that way back when we all knew. Oh, what is it? It's kind of like an old woman that believed in everything. You know, she believed in poultice. She believed in uh, the old ways of medicine, everything that generations, even mine, have forgotten. After so many times, she finally, well, no, wait a minute. After so many times, the mother went to her after and said, what do we do? These two are nothing but trouble. They're just bad. And she told her, she said, I tell you what, send me the youngest one first. So, reluctantly, the mother sent the youngest child to her. He arrived at the door, knocked on the door. She said, come in. He come in, and he said, she said, sit down there at the table, and I'm going to ask you a question. So reluctantly, the boy come in. I mean, we're talking about an 8-year-old boy. Regardless, boy, girl, think back. You're 8 years old. You go into a stranger's house and you sit down at a table. He sits down at the table. She looks at him. She says, boy, where is God? The boy looks around, up and down, across, and looks at her and doesn't make a noise or make any kind of, anything. She looks at him again and said, boy, where is God? He kind of looks around. I mean, he's 8 years old. He's scared. He don't know what to do. This old woman's looking at him, staring at him across the table. For the third time, she looks at him, this time harsh. Boy, where is God? He looks at her, he looks around, and he runs out. He hits that door wide open. He runs and runs back to his house. Runs in the house, up the stairs, and he finds his older brother. He looks at his old brother and he's like, we've got problems. He's like, we don't have problems. He said, oh, we've got bad problems. He's like, what are you talking about? He said, come on. So they go into the little closet where they go into and they make plans to, you know, wreak havoc upon the town or, you know, try to screw everything up that they can. They get in this closet, and the youngest brother or youngest boy, he looks up at him. He says, I tell you, we have got bad problems. He said, what do you mean? He said, we don't have any bad problems. We're young. When nothing is going to affect us. He said, I'll tell you, I just went to the woman's house and she asked me, where is God? And evidently now we're blamed that God has disappeared. What do we do? And that cracked me up more than anything. I mean, this little boy had went through all this. He come back, told his brother, and now he believed that they had made God disappear and they were the reason why. Yeah. I mean, if that's not funny, you're just not right.